Guys, I think my chickens are cussing me out right now. Listen. They're gonna stop. They're not happy I'm not letting them out. I have 4 dogs here right now, and they're both the new little ones are both terrier mixes, and they will find a way through the fence. They've done it before. And so just to let it be less stressful for the dogs and everybody, I'm just not gonna let them out into the big pen today, but they can see me sitting over here and they are not happy with me. Oh my gosh, the sun feels so good. This is like the first time since last season that I feel like I've actually can kind of like feel the heat of the sun. It feels so good. That's funny. I've been thinking of our trip coming up to Maui, and something that I am discovering is that with grief is that when I take a break or I go someplace where I don't have triggers or anything to make me think of an experience that I'm not gonna get to have with her anymore, that when I come back from that, I have to give myself time to like prepare, like to put up barriers again and kind of grieve a little bit. Because I talked about how it happened when I came back from Texas. And it happened again after we had a really good time going up to Mount Hood and inner tubing. I came home and I was an emotional wreck after we got home. And I just broke down and cried one evening. And I think the underlying big cause was I started to think about how I'm not going to get to do that with Sarah. I don't get to go to her favorite place anymore with her. I was upset and sad, and every little thing was getting to me. And I also can't pick up the phone and just call her real quick to tell her my feelings. I do talk to her, but there's not necessarily a reciprocation, right? It's different. There's not. So I am planning on, I almost want to set an alarm for myself for like a day before we come back to remind myself that this is going to happen and I need to allow time for it to happen, because it's gonna come, I think, whether I want it to or not. And so to just make sure that I plan some time around that to let myself feel the feels and do what I have to do, and not have to which it'll be the 4th of July, so that will be another first without her. So yeah, we're coming back to celebration, but without her. So I feel like I need to like give myself, like almost prepare myself and start thinking about, okay, I got to get ready to like, I don't want to say block the energy completely, but like the first time I felt like I was grasping to try and like get a hold of things emotionally, and I want to be able to prepare myself mentally in order to kind of make it so mad at me. I'm sorry, but I don't want you to get eaten. I don't think they understand. So, at least now that I see a pattern, I can address the pattern appropriately. Hi. Hey, girl. We are just lounging. I was going to try and maybe do some drawing. Not sure though. I also want to start in on a couple new crochet projects. I finished the socks, the slipper socks. I managed to make one bigger than the other one. Oh well. And I didn't they're so funny right now. I can hear somebody pecking at something too, in anger. Do you hear that thumping? It's like they're beating a drum trying to get my attention. Okay, what was I saying? Oh, I managed to read it correctly on the first sock as far as what counts as a stitch, but I didn't double check the second time I did it, so I counted a chain as a stitch and I was off on that, and I couldn't figure out why every time I was done with a row I had more stitches than I was supposed to. And finally, you know, I'm like 3/4 of the way done, and I'm like, I should look at the notes. And so sure enough, it was like this chain doesn't count as a stitch unless otherwise set directed. And I was like, well, I guess it's just, oh my God, you guys. You throw in a chicken fit. I might have to go throw them some treats. Unbelievable. Very opinionated today. I totally forgot what I was saying. You're distracting me. She just gave me a death stare. This is kind of funny. I'm sorry. When the doggies go in, I'll let you out. But that might be a while. Now that you know what that means. And then, okay, so socks. So I went with it. So one sock is slightly bigger than the other. That's okay. It doesn't matter. I don't care. It's for me. Now I know to remember to check the notes. And then I have a bunch of this, like, I think it's an acrylic yarn that I kind of want to do something with. I have a lot of it, and I'm thinking about making a blanket, but I think I might make it on my loom. I have this big rectangular wooden loom, and I've only done like a super thick blanket, but I think the yarn is too thick. Like, it'll be like really stiff. So I need to figure out how to, it even has extensions to make like a super wide blanket. So I'm gonna, I think, do a little research here and figure out how to do that. And then, because Rayla has a birthday in a couple months, and so does my other niece, And I have a dog for my other niece that I need to finish, that I started and didn't finish. And we are hopefully going to see them really soon. And I just had this idea because we're going to Hawaii with them. Oh my gosh, wouldn't it be so cute if I crocheted them something to give them for Hawaii? Like maybe some little sea turtles or something. That would be so cute and fun. I could pack it in my suitcase and then surprise them when we get there. There's a pattern where that you keep the big mama turtle empty and then you fill it with baby turtles. It's so cute. I don't know if I have time. It's pretty detailed. I don't have time to like do all those projects, but I'm starting to get the crochet itch again. That's where my time and attention's starting to go. It's so funny how those hobbies, I'm finally starting to weed down my hobbies. I have so many, and I'm kind of like wanting to narrow it down to things that I really, really like. Crochet is definitely one of them. And I like making like really big drawings, like mural size drawings, but that was more appropriate for when I was a preschool teacher. I think I might try and do some more of that kind of stuff for like the holidays. But I'm not so much into like sitting and painting on a canvas anymore, because I just don't have the space to leave it set up. And by the time I get it set up, then it's time to break it down. I don't ever get to like really like do it. So I'm really liking drawing on my iPad, and it's a really great way for me to incorporate my photography with drawing by doing it that way. So and I kind of want to start making some bracelets again. I did a lot of bracelet making and used it to help do a little bit of fundraising for Sarah when she first started her cancer treatment, and that worked out pretty good. So that was fun. And yeah, I kind of want to like go through all my crafting stuff and just stick with the things that I do consistently and try to finally start to like, I just like to try new things so much. I love it. I love it. I love it. Like Jared and I are going to take a cooking class on how to make, I think it's blueberry Earl Grey scones. That's what I got him for his birthday, and a massage. And we're trying to, like, as far as gifts for people, we're trying to do more experiences with people as gifts instead of physical items. That's something that we put great value in these days, is time with each other and making memories. And so hopefully that won't turn into another hobby. Although we could definitely use some cooking classes on just like getting dinner on the table at night during the weeknights. That's just so hard for us. So all the dogs are parking it in the shade, panting. Oh, poor Mason, he's hot. So one thing about being a black dog, he gets hot much faster than all the other dogs. And so even though technically I think for some reason Google thinks it's like 49 out here, but look, my face is like, I'm almost sweating. I don't know why. I'd say maybe 65 in this, like in the shade. In the sun it's quite glorious, but poor Mason is, hey Mason, come here honey, come here, come here. Hi girl, hi Dory, come here Mason. He doesn't even want to play ball. Oh, he's slowly coming over. You want to say hi, buddy? Are you so hot? Hi. Is it time to go in for a little bit? Yeah. I think so. Yeah. Let's go get some water. Well, it's so nice to talk to you guys. I know that was a crazy rant. My brain just goes everywhere when I start chatting with you guys. So I will check in with you guys soon and have a great afternoon. Adios.